Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show you the best way to farm goblins so far. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. We do have a few requirements for everything to work out, so let's get into the first thing, which are war plans. For the war plans, it's important under Nightmare Dungeons to get Gauntlet and the Nemesis nodes on the left side of the tree. And on the right side, you want to get Goblinfall, Horadric Altar, Altar of Avarice, and the last one is optional. Grid is good if you want to get the portal for hidden goblin boss. The second important thing I would recommend is to get Subos so he can show you all the enemies on the map. And the last and final thing, which most of you might dislike, is to fish for Nightmare Dungeon in Warplans that has affix with shrines. This is very important for this farm to work. The reason we want to get the shrines affix is so we can carry over goblins we kill from one shrine to another. And since we can reset the dungeon very easily, this will work out really good in our favor. Anyhow, please pay attention to little school icon in your buffs bar. As you can see, mine says 9, and our goal is to get this number as close to 25 as we can. I recommend using shrine buffs with Nemesis to get this number up as fast as possible. Once your number is near 25, let's say above 20, 21, you want to go back to the town and reset your dungeons using your map. Then again, we teleport back inside using our war plan teleport. And since the dungeon we have in war plans is shrines, we will always have shrines no matter how many times we reset. The important thing here is not to kill the boss, because once the boss is killed, the war plans is concluded and we lose the dungeon. Anyways, I'll skip forward until we have 25 stacks to see what happens next. And as you can see, a little Goblin Altar has spawned. You can also see it on the minimap, it's marked as objective. The next thing you wanna do is clear the whole map and do not use any shrines in this run. The first thing you wanna do is go ahead and kill all enemies. After you do that, you go back to the Goblin Altar. And it's very important you don't use it yet. You teleport back to town, and from town you go back into the dungeon. This is very important for the trick to work. Next thing you wanna do is click on the Goblin Altar, kill the goblins that spawn from it, and then proceed to the next shrine. When you get to the shrine, you activate it, and goblins spawn from it. You kill the goblins under the shrine effect, and you go to the next shrine. The goblins we killed under shrine effect are getting stored in our, let's say, hidden inventory, and will respawn again once this shrine effect expires. This is all thanks to our Nemesis node in Warplans. Once the shrine effect expires, the goblins will spawn, and you open the next shrine, so you can stack the kills and the kills you did before with the new ones. And once again, you repeat the same thing. You go to the next shrine, you wait for the shrine effect to expire and for goblins to spawn. Once that happens, you activate the new shrine, and then you start killing the goblins that are deployed. By deployed, I mean goblins that have spawned. Anyways, moving on. After you kill all these goblins, you're gonna notice your shrine is still ongoing, but we don't have more shrines to click. So, before we leave and pick our loot, we're gonna wait for that shrine effect to expire, because that's gonna give us even more goblins, everything that we stacked up so far, which is gonna result in a lot of loot, as you're gonna see. Just look at that beautiful loot explosion. I love it. The amazing thing about this farm is that we can basically farm it infinitely once we do get Nightmare Dungeon with Shrine's effect. However, that proves to be quite difficult for me, because I took like 2 hours of farming war plans to get Nightmare Dungeon with Shrines. There is really big RNG related to it. But the good thing is, once you get it, you can just reset your dungeons and enter again. Here is another footage of me playing, doing the same thing again, which is gonna result in a lot of loot all over again. So what I did is I found the goblet of goblins, I teleported to the town, I teleported back inside, you click on the altar, kill the goblins, and then chain link the shrines. So click the shrine, wait for the effects to expire, click the next shrine. I do recommend paying a little bit of attention before you click the shrine, so you don't accidentally kill the goblins around it, because sometimes mistake can happen. You kill the goblin just before you click the shrine, and then that doesn't get stored in your gauntlet node. And once again, never kill the last boss in the dungeon, because that will end your dungeon and you will not be able to reset it and come back inside. I do want to mention that this is perfect method if you're a solo player like me who loves to play alone. This method works perfectly for you then, because you can farm a lot of charms and a lot of charm materials to get your perfect charms that you need for your build. And that's pretty much it for the guide. I hope you liked it. If you did, if it helped you, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave any questions in the comments below. And if you stayed so long in the video, I would like to ask you if you guys would be okay if I record any other games. I'm currently playing Isle. It's a dinosaur survival game, and I can even play some Battlefield 6 or maybe Path of Exile 2. Please leave your answers in the comments. I would love to hear that feedback. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.